Today, we are pulling back the curtain on something that's quietly costing Africa's youth their future. We're going to look at the math, the real secrets from a gaming industry insider that shows you exactly why the house always wins. Let's get right into it. I want to start with just one number, 82%. Just let that sink in for a moment. That's right. A staggering 82% of young people in Kenya are gambling on a regular basis. You know, this isn't just a number on a screen. It's a full-blown generational crisis, and it's all fueled by a system that, honestly, most people just don't understand.
And that really gets to the heart of it. This quote from Edzai Zvobwo, who used to be an insider in the gaming industry, well, it sets the stage perfectly. See, this isn't a battle of your luck against their luck. No, it's your hope and your dreams pitted against their cold, hard, calculated mathematics.
So just how big is this problem really? Let's take a look at the numbers and see how this has become a crisis that's sweeping across the entire continent.
And as you can see, wow, this is not just a Kenyan issue, not by a long shot. I mean, look at these rates. South Africa is at 74%, Nigeria, 65%. From east to west, a massive part of Africa's youth is caught in this exact same trap. These are the real high-risk zones.
So, you might be asking, how did we get here so fast? Well, this timeline shows you the perfect storm. The launch of mobile money, like M-Pesa, was a game-changer for sure, but it also became the perfect gateway for betting. It made placing a bet as easy as sending a text message. Think about this. In just 6 months this year, the equivalent of over $40 million was wagered through M-Pesa alone. It's just staggering.
Okay, now for the secret. This is the part you need to see. We're going to reveal the single most important mathematical tool the industry uses to guarantee that they literally cannot lose. It's called expected value. And this is it. Expected value. It's not about what you might win on your next bet. It's about what you are mathematically guaranteed to lose on average if you just keep playing. It's the one number that can predict your financial future in this game.
Let's make this super simple. Imagine you're in Lagos playing a coin flip game. You bet 1,000 naira. In a fair game, you win 1,000 or you lose 1,000. Over time, it all evens out, right? The expected value is 0. It's fair. But here's the betting company's version. You can only win 900, but you still lose the full 1,000. All of a sudden, the math completely shifts against you. Your expected value is now negative 50 naira. That means for every single flip, on average, you are losing 50 naira. That's their profit, and it's guaranteed.
Now, that negative expected value has a name. It's called the house edge. And this chart shows you what it looks like in the real world. For every 100 Rand you bet on sports, the house expects to keep 5. On slot machines, it's way more, 10 to 20. And the lottery? They keep half of your money. It's like a built-in tax for playing a game you're destined to lose.
And here's the thing. Our own brains often work against us. Take Joseph's story. It's a classic, heartbreaking example of something called the gambler's fallacy. He saw a pattern and thought it had to break. But a coin doesn't have a memory. Each flip is a fresh start. Believing an outcome is due is one of the most expensive mistakes a person can make.
Okay, so now that we get the idea of the house edge, let's look at exactly how it's used in the most popular games across Africa to take your money.
You know, in sports betting, the house edge is hiding in plain sight. It's in something called the overround. Look at this. When you take the odds for a game and turn them into probabilities, they should all add up to a perfect 100%, right? But they never do. Here, they add up to 105.6%. That extra 5.6%, that is the company's guaranteed profit. It's built right into the odds, no matter who actually wins the game.
But how do they turn that small edge into a huge profit? With multi-bets, or what some people call accumulators. As this chart shows so clearly, every time you add another game to your bet slip, you think you're multiplying your potential winnings. What you're really doing is multiplying the house's edge against you. Look, with just 5 selections, their advantage can jump to over 20%. There's a reason it's their most profitable product.
And what about slot machines? Just forget everything you think you know about luck. It's a simple 4-step process. You put money in, a computer chip called a random number generator picks some symbols, and a pay table decides if you won or lost. But the most important part is that last step. That pay table is mathematically programmed to make sure that over time, the house keeps a set percentage of every single coin put in. It's a math machine, not a game of chance.
So this all brings us to a really tough, unavoidable truth. We're about to see why, in the long run, losing isn't just likely. It is a 100% mathematical certainty.
This graph is just devastatingly clear.
Let's say you're playing a game with a pretty standard 5% house edge. This line shows what happens to your money. After just 14 bets, you are mathematically expected to have lost half of your starting cash. The longer you play, the faster you head towards zero.
And I know what you're thinking, but wait, I won last week, or my friend hit a big one. Yeah, of course. You see those lines that go up? That's luck. That's short-term noise. But the law of large numbers is like gravity. It is undefeated. As this shows, the more you play, the more every single person's results will get pulled down towards that black line. That's the guaranteed loss. The math always catches up.
Okay, I know that was all pretty heavy, but there is some good news. Once you understand that the game is rigged, you can choose to play a different game entirely. One where, believe it or not, the math is actually on your side.
So let's ask the most important question. If the house is guaranteed to win the gambling game, is there a better game out there? A game where you can be the house?
The answer is a huge yes. There is, and this chart says everything. Let's say you take just 200 Rand a month. If you gamble it, what happens after 25 years? You have nothing, zero. But if you invest that exact same amount, with a pretty modest return, you could have over 265,000 Rand. That is the power of choosing to play a better game.
The takeaway here is so simple, but so powerful. The greatest force you can have on your side isn't luck, it's compound interest. It's the house edge of the investing world. And the beautiful thing is, it works for you, not against you.
So let's wrap this up. You now have the insider's knowledge. You know that every single game is designed with a house edge. You know that the more you play, the more you are guaranteed to lose. And, most importantly, you know there is a much better game to play. This knowledge, this is your shield.
I want to leave you with this amazing Ethiopian proverb. When spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. Think about that. The gambling industry is a lion. The knowledge you have right now, that's a spider web. By itself, it can protect you. But when we share it, when we unite our webs of understanding, we can protect our entire community. So what are you going to do with this knowledge?